What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Will. I'm a real estate agent out here in Los Angeles, California. And on my channel, I talk about real estate, business, entrepreneurship, and I help newer agents on their journey in the real estate industry. If you aren't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like. It really does help me out. So guys, today we are going to be talking about how to easily pass the real estate exam. I'm going to be giving you some tips that really helped me out when I was taking the exam. And take it from me, somebody who's a really bad test taker. I actually failed the real estate exam 3 times. And I know you may be thinking, so if you failed the real estate exam 3 times, why in the world would I listen to you? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I have tried every single method known to man in order to pass the real estate exam. And if you are somebody who's just not the best at test taking like I am, or you're just trying to watch the video to see what you can do in order to easily pass the exam, you're going to really enjoy this video because I have a few tips that are absolutely amazing and they made everything so easy for me. So without further ado, guys, let's not waste any time and let's get into the first tip that I have for you, which is going to be vocabulary. Now, vocabulary is going to be extremely important in you passing your exam because when you just lay out the foundation and understand what it is that you're studying by doing flashcards and doing all these good stuff and understanding your vocabulary, when you go take the exam, you're not going to be looking at any questions like, dude, what in the world is this asking me? I have no idea what this is saying. So make sure you know your vocabulary, understand it. There's a bunch of programs out there, which by the way, I am going to link I have a video that I spoke about all the programs that I took that made it really easy for me to pass the real estate exam. So I'm going to go ahead and link that right up here, or it's just going to be down in the description box below so you can watch that whenever you would like. But anyways, there are many programs out there that will help you immensely with your vocabulary, whether it be flashcards or little quizzes or things like that, but please make sure you have your vocabulary in place. Now, moving on to the next tip, it is going to be practice questions. Practice questions, I think, are the most important thing out of probably any tip that I'm going to be giving you today. The reason why practice questions are so important is because if you are taking the right programs, and these programs do have great practice questions, it's going to be so much easier for you to take the exam. Now, practice questions can legally not be the same questions as the real estate exam. So anybody who's going to tell you, oh yeah, go take this crash course or go take, this program, they're going to have the same exact practice questions, they're not telling you the truth because nobody's able to do that. Nobody can actually give you the exact questions on the real estate exam. Not to mention on the real estate exam, at least in my state, in California, every time you go and take the exam, you're going to be getting a completely different exam. So the 150 questions that you had before are not going to be the same ones you're going to have next time. So that's why it's so important to prepare yourself in all areas and really understand everything. But anyways, find yourself a good program. Like I said, I do have a video about some programs that I took that were great, so you can go and check that video out whenever you want. But when you're taking these practice questions, they are going to be similar to what is going to be on the exam. So when you're taking this stuff, make sure you are doing your practice questions at least once a day. If you do have time, I would really focus a lot of time throughout my day taking these practice questions because they're so similar. When I got used to these practice questions and really understood them well, when I actually ended up passing my exam, I was so confident. I was so confident taking my exam. I was looking at all the questions. I'm like, oh yeah, like I know the verbiage of this. I understand what this is saying. I've kind of seen this similarly to the practice questions that I had. So once again, practice questions are extremely important. You need to do them every single day, especially that last week before you go take the exam. Make sure you go crazy on those practice tests and questions. Now, moving on to our next piece of advice that I have for you is going to be taking a crash course. Now, taking a crash course was something that really changed the game for me. A lot of people told me to take it. Like, I think every real estate agent recommended me to take a crash course. I was really hard-headed and I just didn't want to. I was like, no, you know what? I'll just be good with everything else that I'm doing. Once again, if you are someone who just isn't that good at test taking and studying and all that stuff, the crash course is for you. it is extremely important that you take it. It makes everything so easy. I took my crash course 1 week before I took my exam. I would recommend the same for everybody. Don't take your crash course like a month before, or don't do that. Try taking it a few days before to like a week before so that it's all fresh in your memory. But when I took the crash course, I mean, that exam was so easy, and they don't tell you, at least for us, they didn't tell me exactly how many questions I got right, because at that point it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you passed. But I'm not joking. I don't think I got that many wrong on that exam. I'm pretty sure I knew everything, because that crash course plus all the practice questions, I was so prepared for that exam. I really had wished I had done all of that beforehand. Now, moving on to the next tip that I have for you, it is going to be make sure you answer what you know first on the exam. This is so important. This is another thing that so many people recommended to me while I was struggling those first 3 times not being able to pass this exam. Everybody kept saying, make sure you answer what you know first, because when you do that, I know it may sound like silly at first, because you're like, well, even if I answer what I know, I'm still not going to know the other stuff. The thing is when you answer what you know first, psychologically, you're building so much confidence in yourself that when you go and answer those other questions that you don't really know, you're going to be making better guesses. So please make sure to do that on the exam. I think it's going to help you out so much. And now I'm going to go ahead and throw out a bonus tip that I have for you guys. One that is really great and something that helped me out a lot. Make sure you have a study partner, a study buddy, whoever it is. It could be a friend, family member, another real estate agent that you know, whoever it is. Just make sure you have somebody who's going to be able to help you study for this stuff. In my scenario, it was my girlfriend who helped me. She helped me out so much with all of the studying, and was just a huge reason for my success in passing the real estate exam, that she went and took the real estate exam herself, and she passed it on the first try. So she went ahead and just flexed on me and let me know that she was way smarter than I was, which, I don't know how I felt about that. But anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. It is something that's going to help you out a lot, so make sure you find yourself a study partner. But anyways, guys, that was the video. I like to keep it short and simple for you guys. I don't want to overwhelm you any more than you are already overwhelmed. I'm sure there's a lot going on, but make sure, take a step back, take a breather, okay? Make sure that you are calm down. There is nothing to be nervous about. Get over this obstacle so that you can start your real estate career and just get everything going. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do help newer agents all the time, so even after you pass the exam, I have a bunch of great videos, from joining a brokerage to being a successful real estate agent. I have all of that type of content ready for you. So just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you're at in the real estate process and the studying process. I'd love to know where you guys are at, and keep me updated once you pass that exam. Make sure to follow me on my social medias. My Instagram and Facebook will be linked down in the description box below, so you can go ahead and follow me on there. Send me a DM if you ever need help with anything or have any questions. Make sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter. Every single week, I keep everybody informed on the real estate market and how it's doing. I think it's a great thing for newer agents to subscribe to, because it'll keep you informed. Then you can let your future clients know how the market is doing. But other than that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all on the next one.